How do I do that?
Give me a second while I hook up my
Okay.
headphones too.
And let's see. There's somebody, Alona. And it says there are more, but I can't.
Okay, are you hearing it again?
Harry, down in the left corner, if you're on a computer, down in the left corner, there's a,
Make sure you
where it
can
says video.
What?
Can you hear?
Oh, yeah, I can
You're
hear.
hearing okay?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Okay, we got 6 people, I think.
Okay, Harry's
Harry.
on.
Hey, there's Harry.
All right. Yay. Okay.
It's unreal. I've
I
never heard of speakers just dying.
okay. We have 6 people. Oh,
Hi,
there's
Harry.
Harry. Hi, Harry.
I want to get my headphones too.
Okay.
That's one way to reduce the feedback. Sometimes we get that howling, you know.
Okay. We know the
Hey,
feeling.
Betty. So good to see you, Betty. Hi, Betty.
Hi.
Hello, Connie.
Hi.
There's someone else trying to connect. I don't know who that is.
Yes, exactly right.
What are we meeting about?
Okay. Well, so I have my script.
What maybe you can tell us, Harry?
Tell us what problems.
No,
you're-
Betty
no,
Betty
but-
will give you a little
Okay,
introduction
one
here in a
thing
minute.
I'd like to say about getting together like this online is the fact that I have been able to get to know many of you on a more personal basis. And it does feel like we're a community, and we as a community are going through some very intense times. Last week, Connie and I were brainstorming about perhaps getting together an additional day as a group to chat and exchange ideas. So here we go. Some topics that we might or can or might not want to discuss are senior shopping services, keeping busy at home, connecting with others, ordering out for food, or anything else you might have an interest in.
Including if one of them felt like playing
Yeah, if you feel like playing something, we'd
share
love
some
that.
music with us.
So that, Connie, did you feel this, did I kind of sum up what we had talked about?
Well, maybe if we get this other, someone's talking and I can't hear you.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's someone trying to get on and that might be who's talking.
Yeah. Connecting to audio. You know, someone's trying to get on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is. And catching up with people that we hadn't heard from.
Yeah. So one of the things that I thought, well, let's start with maybe something that we've learned during this wonderful time that we're in. One thing I learned is that Ron can make chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, wow.
Good job, Ron.
And they're wonderful. They have nuts and they have chocolate
There's
chips.
proof positive, guys.
And I wish I could share them with you, but you'll have to eat with your eyes. I'm sorry.
Leave a couple on your front
Anyone else?
doorstep and I'll drive by.
Is anyone
night.
else? What, Connie?
Ilona,
And I have banana nut bread, but I'm sorry you can't eat it. Right here.
Okay,
Gonna share it with my neighbors.
good. All right. Another thing that I learned was to keep your car gassed up and to have cash on hand. That was something that my sister told me that my cousin had told her. And I figured out, oh, that's right. They used to live in Florida and they had to be able to get away quickly. And so gas was important and so was cash when those hurricanes were coming. And today that really did come in handy because I went to pick up some medication at Walgreens for Ron, and the pharmacist, you know, through the little slot said that'll be $5, and I just was able to give him a $5 bill and didn't have to worry about getting change back and getting infected or anything. And that was a tip from Sandy Singh that I got to use exact change if you can, and that way you don't have to worry about getting any change that might have coronavirus. Another thing that is new to me that I had never done before was ordering groceries online. I had never done that, and we did that together about a week and a half ago, and it went smoothly, but it took a week to get it. So
Oh
you
my
have
gosh.
to plan ahead. So I don't know. John, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're finally hearing you.
Yeah. So
I'm
Where did-
finally hearing you.
Where did you order them from?
Harry, we live in Turlock. I'm not sure where you're at. And we
Right.
ordered it from Rayleigh's.
Rayleigh's online.
And
Huh. You should-
I had mentioned at our first meeting that I had called Rayleigh's, and they were going to have the senior service that they were going to have was a pre-packaged, actually it was like 2 bags of groceries for $20, and there was a lot there.
Wow.
I was amazed at what was in there for $20, because I wanted to say, well, I told you guys about it. I felt like I should go and try it out, and I did. And there was a lot there, but I have a whole list that I can tell you about later about things, senior services, and we'll talk about that. But Betty, was there anything that you wanted to talk about that you have learned during this time?
Betty.
Betty?
Oh, you're talking to me? Oh, today I was over at Costless over here. This is Modesto now. And on
Okay.
my way home, I went through on Woodrow Avenue, what's it called? No, Woodland Avenue. And there's a church there giving out free food. They had a big sign that says free food. So I pulled up, and then they brought this big old box full of food. And they just put it in my car, rolled my window down, they put it in my car for me. And it had meat, it had chicken, it had cereal. I mean, it had a lot of stuff. Had drinks, and it was free. I didn't even know they were giving it out. They just had a big sign, free food. And they
Wow.
signaled for me to pull up. And then when I pulled up, they put a box in there. And I was really,
Very
and that's
nice.
not for seniors, for anybody that happened to drive by.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Very
Crazy.
nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay. Connie?
Just add on, I'd like to add on to your Rayleigh's comment.
Okay.
Go ahead, Harry.
Yeah, I got the $35 bag,
Oh,
and it was full of meals for 2 days, 3 days. We haven't finished it.
Wow.
okay.
So it was good. And Dust Bowl has drive-up service, and we got the drive-up meal, and that was really good. And then we went to the off of Gear Road Fruit Yard, and we got a roast beef meal from them, and drive up, and we're still eating that. It had like 4 pounds of sliced tri-tip in there, and they
Wow.
have different combinations. So both of those were really good to service, the Rayleigh's and the Dust Bowl and the Fruit Yard.
Wow.
Okay, we're taking notes.
Yeah.
I see Connie is too.
I hope they're doing that here in Modesto.
Oh, I don't think they deliver that far.
No.
But
Well, I'll
they're-
have to go to the Rayleigh's here in Modesto and see if they're offering the same service.
You
Yeah.
They
can.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
I'll go check it out, because I know
Okay.
Safeway has something going too.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay. Connie? Oh, wait, she held up.
Oh.
So-
What?
You gotta
It's upside
reverse
down.
the lettering.
Connie, it's upside down.
Oh. No, it was John Smith.
No, it's,
Here.
you gotta write backwards for us to read it.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I am getting a 10-second repeat of everything top of something.
Don't ask me how it could possibly be backwards.
Oh, that was Connie.
You write backwards, Connie?
Connie, I was I was a teacher. I could read it just perfect, almost, except for the last word.
That was
But
funny.
can you not hear us? Or
I was thinking that, but
There's someone in here. Ilona is in here, but with no video. Ilona, can you speak up?
Oh, where is she?
No, she's still connecting.
She's still trying to connect. Yeah.
okay,
Still backwards.
current
Backwards.
conversations, on top of current. So
What did that say?
okay, one more time for the rest of it. Are you hearing more than one conversation? Oh, okay.
Oh.
oh,
Why is Connie muted?
Connie's voice is not coming through?
Okay, current,
here.
okay, current conversation is being repeated. Okay, she probably is getting feedback.
Oh,
Hmm.
Okay.
that's annoying.
We're,
How did you do that?
First grade
All right.
teachers.
Connie, I think you are now unmuted. Can you say something?
Yeah, it's coming
Ah.
through, but it's when you talk, then I hear your same conversation about 10 seconds later. So it's like Groundhog Day.
Okay, don't look at our mouths. Maybe we should all cover our mouths.
Oh, I'm not sure what's going on.
Is this
I can
better?
write backwards.
Hmm.
Huh.
Maybe does she need headphones?
Yeah, it sounds better now. I'm not getting the repeat.
Mhm.
I hear that back.
I'm hearing it.
Yeah, there's a delay.
I'm
of
hearing it
some
in the
sort.
background, like.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Huh. Don't know why, but okay.
You know, this thing is such a mystery. It's hard for me to believe that I have been preparing all day.
It's not your
For
fault.
this.
Don't blame yourself. It's
And then
okay.
all of a sudden, as we go live, I can't even hear the speakers anymore. They just died. It's like,
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's back on now.
oh my.
Sorry.
Ron,
Yes, John.
I was telling you guys Thursday about the Garth Brooks thing, and they had some problems. But then yesterday I was just surfing through the TV, and I found these comedians were doing a thing to reach out to people, and they were having all kinds of problems. And I don't know. I think they were probably on YouTube. I don't really know how they were, exactly how they were doing it.
They were
Format kind of like this, and they were getting the wrong people. I'm going to do one person and somebody else come on. And they were just, they just laughed it off and figured what, so. So it's not
All
just us.
Yeah. So really, it's saying that Zoom leaves something to be desired.
Or is it Zoom and FaceTime?
Okay, hold on a second here. Cancel spotlight. Okay, let's see here. Okay, everybody is unmuted. And since Connie was having this trouble, I'm wondering now, Connie, are you able to hear without that oscillating, reverberating?
The repeated conversation is too loud. I can't hear what you're saying in the present.
Wow, what in the world would cause
Now we
Never
hear
done
what
that before.
we hear
hear
stuff
it.
too, but it's not that loud.
Connie, you don't happen to have a pair of earbuds or headphones or anything, do you?
Try it. See if that'll help. Okay, let's see. There's Harry and Betty.
Because it
Okay.
sounds to me like her speakers are going into her microphone, and then because of the latency, coming right back at her again.
Yeah. John and Kathy, was there anything new that you learned in the last little bit?
Well, I know what we've been doing. We belong to InShape, and so we can get online with them and
Oh,
do exercises like yoga, just sitting in a chair. And it's about 30 minutes long, maybe 20, 30 minutes long. And they're really good exercises, a lot of stretching and what else?
cool.
Yeah, they have one is stretching, one is bar, B-A-R-R-E. So it's kind of like dancing, but you just use a chair, which is actually was very relaxing and enjoyable. Then they will have a couple workouts that's a little with light weights. They send emails, and then if you have Facebook, they have other stuff that you can get on Facebook. So it's pretty good. You at least work out at home.
We felt like we got a workout. It's not super hard or anything, but it's better than just sitting in a chair anyway.
Cool.
But fortunately, my sons both are close, and they run to the store. I haven't been to the store in over 2 weeks. They run and get stuff for us, so we're very fortunate to have that.
Sucking up
Still does it.
battery.
Okay, looks like it says Alona Fair. Oh,
Yeah.
Alona, are you there? Can you hear us?
Alona? No,
No.
we're not hearing anything from Alona. I hope,
Okay.
Alona, that you're hearing us.
Welcome.
But everybody's mic at this point is
On.
unmuted.
Okay, so Connie, is it better with headphones? Wait, she's got something. There was a message.
Uh-oh, here we go again, huh?
Okay.
Oh, we lost Harry.
It
Oh, no.
still
It still does it.
does it. Okay. Sorry.
I don't know.
We think
can't
you're
get on.
getting feedback from the sound is going into the microphone and it's going, round and around.
I'm at a loss.
Sorry.
I'm back.
Okay, Harry.
Yeah, my battery shut me down.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's turned
it's upside down.
sideways.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to leave for a few minutes. I gotta drop off something for my neighbor. She's waiting for me.
Okie dokie, Betty.
So
Okay.
maybe I'll come. Yeah, I'm just gonna run over the neighbor. I gotta drop off some chicken.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, you take care. Is it better, Kathy?
It'll only
Okay.
take me 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll be here. Connie, I learned something from you, and that was jigsaw puzzles. One day I saw you working on jigsaw puzzles. I forgot about bringing them out. So, thank you. Okay. Okay, why don't we talk about senior services? Ron came up with a list, but some of the things that I think, was it Harriet mentioned about food from Rayleigh's, the $35 bag.
That was Harry.
Yeah. But Connie, are you familiar with any senior services that you think be good for all of us to know about?
No.
Okay. John, what happened to?
John got bumped because Alona came in.
Okay,
No, we're here.
okay.
Yeah, I see you. You know what? We're going to go over to gallery view. All right, now we can see everybody again.
Okay.
Um,
John, are you familiar with any senior services that might be helpful to all of us or to any
Well,
of
we're
us?
in Ripon, so
Yeah.
that kind of isolates us from you guys. But this, like Walgreens, I know you can do the drive up, and they'll even get other stuff for you. They give you. I haven't actually. Kathy went there and got some prescriptions and picked up some vitamins for me, just regular vitamins.
Oh,
But
Right.
they'll give you a menu and of certain things that they will pick up for you when you go to the drive up. So yeah, that's.
how did you do that? What was, did
Drive
you
up window.
know ahead of time?
No, we haven't actually done that. She did it the one time, but just picked up some vitamins. But you don't call ahead. You just pull up, and they will hand you this menu. You tell them what you want off the menu, and they'll go pick it up for you. There's only certain items, like more essential type items, but I haven't seen the menu, so I don't know
Okay.
what's on there. But
Okay. Well, speaking of Walgreens, just a little while ago, Ron told me he got an email from them, I guess, yeah. And it said that Tuesdays from 8 to 9 is their 55 plus special time for seniors. You have to be 55 or older, and you get a discount. He also came up with a big list that he said, where is it, 3 pages? And I can tell you what some of those are, but he said it had been in the Modesto Bee. And
you could just Google it.
yeah, you can Google it. And did you just go Senior Services Modesto Bee?
Virus Senior Services.
Oh, Virus Senior Services.
Yeah, Stanislaus County.
For Stanislaus County. So John and Kathy, that would apply to you as well. Things like Big Lots has their first hour of each day for senior citizens. Their stores open at 9, and they're open from 9 to 9. Cardenas Markets, I'm not sure where that's at, but they
Modesto.
have Modesto. Seniors and first responders will open an hour earlier for seniors and first responders. Special shopping hours are from 6 to 7. Costco, I went to Costco on Wednesday of this last week. They have special senior hours from 8 to 9 just for seniors.
Welcome back,
Welcome
Betty.
back, Betty. We're just talking about different senior services that they set up during these times, especially for us. And there's Big Lots as well as Cardenas Market. And I was just talking about Costco. They have senior services from 8 to 9 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Ron and I went together on Wednesday morning. We got there about 10 till 8, and the line stretched from the door all the way to about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way down along the side of the building.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, and there was a security guard there saying you must be 60 and over. You must have your card. You could not get in without your Costco card. And once they opened the doors, then it went quickly. And one thing I was concerned about was that how could I get through that store quickly? And I had a big long list. So I broke the list up into 2 parts of the building, the photo side and the pharmacy side in Turlock. And I had a list for Ron to get and a list that I had that I would do. We each we went through the store, purchased what we wanted, met at the car, and we were on our way home in 45 minutes. And that's probably the fastest I've ever gotten through Costco. so all of a sudden,
I do want to mention too that the people in line were spaced 6 feet apart or more. That's one of the reasons the line was so long. But from the time they opened the door till we got in the store, couldn't have been, it wasn't even 5 minutes.
No.
3-4 minutes at most. And we were in the store. Once in the store, everybody kept their distance. There wasn't any crowding. And at the counters, there was only like one person in front of us, and they had everybody stand back 6 feet. And so we got right through.
Yeah, because we didn't dawdle. We each, knew what we wanted. We went and got it as quickly as we could, because I had organize it so that we could start at the back of the store and work forward and then go right to the
Also, I'd
cashier.
have to say I was impressed that Costco had all of their employees in protective gear. They had them behind shields.
Yeah.
They didn't take your card from you. They scanned it with a
You
gun.
held up your
You
card.
took your own credit card and put it in and took it out, so
Yeah,
they never touched it. And all of the cards were definitely continually wiped down. So they were making a serious effort to protect their employees and their and the customers. I thought that was very good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So also on the list is Dollar General, the first hour of business each day, store hours
Just mention the
vary.
names and see if anybody's interested.
Oh, okay, why don't I do that? Okay, so I'll just mention the names. If you want me to stop and read it, just raise your hand and I'll stop and read it. Otherwise, you can, find it on Modesto B. Okay, so there was Dollar General, La Perla Tapatia, O'Brien's Market, Rayleigh's, Safeway. Kathy, did you have your hand up?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Okay. Save Mart and Food Max have Tuesday and Thursday hours from 6 to 9. Anyway, Smart and Final, Target, Trader Joe's has special services for seniors. Walmart and Winco. Was there anything anybody wanted me to read anything about?
Just
Winkle?
Dave Mart was 6 to 9 on Tuesday and Thursdays. Is that what you said?
Okay.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
Yes,
Save-
we've been
Save
there.
Mart-
Okay.
Save Mart 6 to 9, Tuesdays and Thursdays, reserved for seniors and vulnerable populations,
Oh, okay.
including pregnant women and immunocompromised.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll be the first one in.
And the other one that was of interest was the
And the
last
other one was
Winco.
Winco, I think somebody
Yeah,
said.
Winco.
Winco, 6 to 7:30, Tuesdays and Thursdays for seniors 60 and above.
So that would not include you, Betty.
Yeah,
Jack Benny,
Under 30 is not allowed.
39, right?
okay.
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 Oh.
What's Walmart?
Okay, Walmart said 6 to 7 every
AM.
Tuesday, AM, 6 to 7 AM every Tuesday.
Okay.
You know, Larry Burns mentioned that he was at the Walmart in Atwater.
I think, yeah.
And he was there at 6 a.m. and the line was pretty long, but he said it moved pretty quickly and they got through okay.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I read today that Walmart is starting to limit how many people can go in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once it's full, then you gotta wait till someone comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Okay.
Well, Costco's doing that too.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't
One
know.
go out and didn't come in. You
Oh.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess we were in the first wave. And so, and I should mention, even though we were in there at 8, the general public is allowed in at 10. So there was like, I guess, a 2-hour window. And when we were leaving, I don't think there was a line there, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was still an hour before the general public could come in. So I think they were using that hour to both restock, but also to wipe everything down again.
Probably so.
Mm.
Wow.
And to keep us away from the general public. And so,
Yeah.
like I say, I think Costco has thought it out to truly do everything they can to protect us and yet let us shop over there.
Mm. Who else is there?
Anybody else come? No. Okay. Harry, you ordered out. I have a question. I've never done it. How do you do it? And you mentioned a few places, but do you just call them up and say, I'd like to order? And oh, Connie's done it also. Okay. What's the procedure?
We called ahead on the phone and ordered our meal from
Dust Bowl?
Dust Bowl. And then we went and just picked it up. They had our names and it was real pretty easy. There was a line of cars picking up food and I just gave them our name and they brought what we ordered and we put it in the car.
Dust Bowl.
I think it took it through the window.
Wait, so where did you find their menu?
Online.
Online? It was online? Okay.
I imagine.
Okay.
And with Angelini's, they'll, we called ahead and they brought it curbside. We paid for it, yeah.
Where was that, Connie?
Angelini's.
Angelini's.
Angelini's,
Oh,
Italian.
Angelini's.
Yeah.
Oh.
So was there a place where you can pull up?
Just the parking spots.
So did you have to go into the store or they brought it to your car?
They're advertising now that they'll do curbside because you can't go in anymore.
Uh-huh.
But when I ordered, it was before that. So I went in and paid.
Okay.
A lot of places are doing that. You just call and tell them over the phone what you want. Sometimes they'll have you pay on the phone with your credit card or when you get there. And then when you go to pick it up, you just park in front of the business, the restaurant, and call them and tell them you're there and they will deliver.
Okay.
Are any of you, I'm sorry, are any of you using either Grubhub or Uber Eats or any of those?
We haven't. I'm curious about them though.
Yeah.
Have you done it?
Yes, not recently. I had signed up for Grubhub. It was very simple. And of course, they want your credit card. They do add a delivery fee. So when you pay for the meal, you're also paying for the delivery charge. Some restaurants don't charge you anything for the delivery. Some do, some don't. And that's just Grubhub, but I'm sure that Uber Eats and what's the other one? There's another one too. Anyway.
Dash Door? Something.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You can, if you wish, also add a tip at that time that you place the order. There's a suggested tip, but you don't have to do that, or you can do more, whatever you feel is appropriate. They can also put, if you want, any kind of special instructions, like the garage door will be open, and he can just leave it there or leave it on my front step. And I believe if you don't say anything, they'll ring your doorbell and leave it on the doorstep until they see you're coming. And then they'll leave. But I haven't done it here recently, and I'll tell you why. I'm a little concerned because when we were watching TV and seeing several of the restaurants that were switching gears and going into a deliveries approach, they weren't taking any precautions whatsoever. They had bare hands. They had people walking around grabbing stuff and putting it in, and I'm going like,
their heads.
yeah, but the truth of the matter is this has always existed. I mean, every restaurant, who knows what's going on behind the back door, right? So I don't know that anything is any different. It's just that if you're a germaphobe, as I think I've become, unfortunately, you start thinking about all the opportunities for one of those little pathogens to wind up on something that you're touching. Frankly, you just kind of go crazy.
Wow, I didn't know you were Germany.
Yeah, I have nothing against Germany.
Afraid of Germans. That's too bad.
No, I have some German in my blood, so nothing against the Germans.
Kind of going along with that, when I do buy things from the grocery store, we put them out in the garage and clean them all off with a wipe. And then for the fruits and vegetables, I just have a little pot of water and with just a touch of soap in it. And we had read that it's a good idea to just run your vegetables through a little bit of soap and water and then rinse it off. And because the virus has like a little fat cell around it.
Yeah, of mucus.
That's what adheres to things. And so by doing that, I use a little bit of Dawn, just a touch, and then just rinse it, and then rinse it under the water, and then let it air dry. And it seems, I feel good. I don't know if I'm doing anything good or bad, but at least I feel like, okay, you know, this is something I can't peel. I mean, you don't peel broccoli, but you want
Grapes,
to,
blueberries,
you want to
strawberries.
clean it.
You
So
wash
you
every
know,
one.
so
And once you put cheese sauce on it, you can't taste the soap at all.
Well, what Betty was saying is quite interesting because, you know, we've all been told, you know, to wash our hands for 20 seconds at least.
You have to sing happy birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
it's twice, right.
birthday to you.
Yeah. And I do believe that, and I've been practicing it to the point my hands are ready to fall apart. But it's interesting that we actually heard a scientist talking about what Betty mentioned, that because each of the virus cells, this particular virus only, by the way, it doesn't apply in general, but to this specific virus, each of the cells is covered in a sac of mucus, which breaks down immediately with any soap. Yeah, right. So the soap actually is effective in immeditely washing it away without scrubbing. So,
oh, how exciting. How exciting.
well, it's the world we live in.
Okay, enough of that. Hey, can I change?
Oh, yes.
Betty is the host, but so I have to ask her for permission here.
No.
I'm wondering if any of you would like to actually play a little song for us. Is anybody in the mood for doing something with an ukulele?
Connie's looking around.
No? Okay, tell you what.
Okay,
Tell you
Ron
what.
wrote a song, and it looks like John wrote a song.
This will be a surprise for Betty.
Okay.
She doesn't know anything about this. Probably wouldn't approve anyway.
Uh-oh.
Okay. What I just wanted to show you is something that I just kind of learned the other day, and you probably, all you musicians out there probably already know that when you have waltz time of 3/4 time, you know, it can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But you can make it a little bit more sophisticated by doubling up on one of the strums, so it can go. And then you can make it even more complicated by tripling in effect. So it's. So that's kind of a little waltz strum that I just picked up. And the reason I wanted to show that to you is because there's somebody on called Ukulele Zen. Have any of you ever seen any of his videos on YouTube?
Not
I
Lenny,
just discovered him yesterday.
Ukulele
He
Zen.
is fantastic. There's quite a few good ones out there, and Sandy Singh keeps telling us about them, and they're very good. This guy really is a teacher, and he's patient, but not to the point of boring you to tears. So it's called Ukulele Zen. So just a little tidbit there.
Zen. Okay, another question. What are you doing to help make the time go by while you're at home, while you're sheltered in your home? I know Connie was doing some puzzles.
I've been doing that too.
Kathy.
Do you want to trade some, Connie?
Oh, there's an idea. Yeah.
To switch out?
We've got
I only put them together once. That's it.
Yeah, we're repeating. We're back to a 1,200 piece puzzle, map of San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me get a picture of mine.
We bike ride.
Yep, we walk.
Yeah.
So what do you go around your neighborhood, Harry? Where do you go?
Well, there's a bike path up by the canal. We live across from the college, and up by Taylor, there's a canal, and then there's a bike path that runs quite a ways down the road there. Mm-hmm. So we go down that and then come back to new housing developments, and we do that occasionally. We also have off the internet, we got a exercise video that we play and do exercise to. It's well worthwhile.
Nice.
Mhm.
Anybody else getting outside?
We walk every chance we get.
We do too, except for today.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Is it safe
gonna
to?
be-
Is it even safe to be outside?
They say it
It's
is.
all right if you keep your
It is there.
distance. There's nobody in Ribbons, so we're
How
pretty
about-
safe
Is
here.
anybody considering wearing a mask when going outside?
I do.
You did?
Mhm.
I'm gonna start.
I made
Yeah.
one.
Oh, you made one, Connie.
Yeah,
do
we
you have it
saw
there? Can
St.
you show it to
Klein
us?
will probably do
Where's
that.
my mask?
Connie, can you show that mask to us?
Oh, it's upstairs.
Oh, okay. But you
It's on
made
the
it yourself.
ironing board.
Let's see, what's my mask?
You like to sew?
I
My
saw
neighbor
it.
made me a mask here.
Not like
That's
that.
cute.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I like that.
My neighbor made that. She made a bunch of them for us.
Very nice.
Is that made from something like Depends?
No. No, it's just cotton material.
That's an idea.
I can't tell what it is. I was
Lace around it.
curious.
She's
That
got
depends
lace. Look,
on
it's
what
got
you like.
lace, and it's a print.
Oh, you sewed
It's a
that.
print.
No, her neighbor did it.
Oh, a neighbor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
And she put
Nice.
some lace. You see the lace around it?
it's cute. It's really cute. I like that.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. We live in a subdevelopment, and we walk around 2 blocks, and we've gotten to know those neighbors really well, and they know us. So we just do the track, and it's about 1,000 steps
Yeah.
once around. So
1,500, yeah.
yeah, so we do that at least twice, and we try to do it twice, 2 times a day if we can, but not today. So,
Yeah. It's been raining over here.
so,
Both my daughters are making the masks, and one of them's selling them, and she had like 90 orders put in.
Yeah.
Wow.
My other daughters made a bunch for a lady that's a nurse in Texas, and she sent her a whole bunch because they needed them.
Mhm.
cool. Very nice.
So they've been really busy doing that.
Oh, there's her mask.
Very nice.
This
Oh.
one,
Oh, look at Connie.
Boy,
You
she's
are
got
one
quite a
you ladies are
collection.
very
Did you make
talented.
that?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah,
and
psychedelic.
it's got a pocket in the back, so
Yeah.
you get a HEPA filter and put inside.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. A pocket
That's
in the
right.
back for what?
HEPA filter.
Yeah,
What?
that filter, you take that 3M filter, your air filter, and you take it apart, and you can take, which is what this is here. You take the filter out of it,
Mhm.
and you cut it to fit inside of the mask.
I said,
Right.
Betty, where did you get that from?
Yeah, where did you get
You
that?
take the air filter off, you take it apart, and you take the thing out of
Oh,
it, and you take the
clever.
wires off of it.
You
And
have
this
just
is-
made
this is
this
a three-
meeting
the 3M.
today worthwhile.
Huh?
I'm gonna,
And it's
I
like-
thank you
it's like
so
an
much
accordion.
to
It
Connie
has
and
that
Betty.
accordion
That's
thing.
great advice.
Yeah, so cut it out and just cut it to fit your mask. And some of these masks, they have a pocket in the back and you can insert it in the back.
Clever.
Wow.
Although this one didn't have that, but some of the masks that you go out and buy, they have a pocket where you can put this
Weird.
filter inside of it.
Wow,
It's
that's
a
a great tip. Great
Yeah,
tip.
that was, my
Yeah.
friend was just telling me about that. So she cut out a piece for me so I can probably make
Ah,
2 or 3
yeah.
masks with
Good
this one piece.
idea.
So you can put it
Excellent.
in there.
Just make sure it says 3M. Oh yeah, you have that.
Yeah.
What kind is that one
Yeah,
there?
that's cute.
I made it.
Oh,
So
I
Connie,
sewed
oh,
it.
you made that.
same thing
Yeah.
with that filter material,
Um,
Connie? You do the
No,
same thing?
no, this is 100% cotton, and then you put the HEPA filter inside.
Mm-hmm.
As a pocket.
And where do you buy your HEPA filter?
Lowe's, you can order them, they'll deliver it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
See all the things we're learning? Great.
Okay, well, with
Yeah.
all of this talent and creative abilities here, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you that about, I don't know, 5 days ago or so, I ordered through Walmart a pack of surgical masks. And for a 20 pack, I think it was like, I want to say it was like $30 or $40 or something.
what?
But this was before we were hearing the change in the CDC recommendation of wearing a mask. And I was just thinking about it in case Betty and I got sick,
Yeah.
that we could have them here, because I have none whatsoever. And Betty's actually reasonably talented. We'll get her sewing machine out again, and we'll take you guys' advice and see if we can do that.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the one you can make out of a bandana? No sewing at all.
I just
Yeah,
saw
yeah, I
it
saw that.
yesterday. I just saw that yesterday online.
So
Yeah.
you can take your hairband out of your ponytail, Ron, and use them for your ears.
Yeah, it's 2 rubber bands. Yeah. In fact, I made one.
Ah. That's good.
Very
That's
good.
Connie.
All
I
right.
made one too.
So we know how both of you guys have been busy. And
Mhm.
Harry, how have you been? Okay, other than going out for a bike ride, is there anything else that you think, oh, maybe people should try this or might like that or whatever? No.
I do yoga stretch every night,
Oh.
but that's because I've had a history of getting cramps in my legs. So I do a lot of stretching before I go to bed at night. But we haven't worn masks when we go out. We just haven't done that.
It's mostly to protect other people, so you won't spit on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. If you're sick, you should wear a mask.
I don't understand why it doesn't work the other direction, though. That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they're not surgical grade masks.
Oh,
You know.
I guess, yeah, it's not filtering.
Yeah.
I get these things on my phone all the time, updates. And I just got one not an hour ago that said now they're saying the mask might prevent 10% of the infections.
That's huge.
So that's new.
Just whoever you're talking to.
Yeah.
That's true.
Masks might do what?
They prevent 10% of infection.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe of new infections. Okay. Very
okay. Well, it's
good.
better than
For
zero.
what that's worth.
Well, new or old, I don't want it.
Nobody, none of us do. Yep. Okay. Are we doing anything different? Well, the different thing you guys all know is Ron's been on this and he's been spending a lot of time, and it's been great because he comes in here and he works for hours and hours to do
You'd never
stuff.
know it, would you?
And
Oh, I believe it.
he's in one part of the house, I'm in the other. We've got lots of peace. Let me tell you, it's worked out really well, and it's been great for the brain. He's doing new things and learning new things. So thank you all for giving him a reason to sit down.
It's
and
really
do it.
helping the time go, let me
And
tell you.
yes, it has. It's like, oh my goodness, it's time to go to bed already, and I haven't done blah 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 blah
Yeah.
because we've been doing other things. And I guess that's what's made it so good, is that we've got so many other things. And kind of going along with that, this morning I decided I should go to church, and our church does have an online thing, and I had just taken a shower and came out, and there I was in my robe, and I had curlers in my hair, and I had my husband take a picture of me going to church in front of the computer, and I sent it to my sister who's in a nursing home, and she loved it. I thought, okay, that was worth it, But so it was neat to be able to connect that way, even though
Actually, all you have to have is a nice looking top. It doesn't matter what you're wearing on the bottom.
It's a good thing you guys can't see my floor right now. I have to tell you, that desk that looks so clean, it's not clean underneath. So anyway,
When you talk about church, I have a separate book with just gospel songs, which has been kind of tucked away for a while. So I have that out now. That to me is church, to sit down and sing those gospel songs. But I play a lot of music now, more than ever.
yeah.
That I got to do something, or I start getting nervous.
Yeah,
When I'm doing stuff like that, I realize I feel great. When I stop, I start getting nervous again. So
Hey, John, can we,
this is so relaxing.
Yeah.
can we,
We go to
John, can
the
we put you on the spot?
What?
Harry, I'm sorry, Harry.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
we
Harry.
go to the Turlock Covenant Church, and they have an online service, and
Hmm.
we watched that this morning.
Hmm.
And it kind of makes you feel like you're still in one piece.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I happened to see something on one of the news channels where they were showing a service, and the minister was looking out to the congregation, and there were just pictures on the back of the pews of all these different congregants, and it was being televised, and I thought that was neat, so that the minister didn't feel alone, that he was looking at
Yeah.
them,
That's-
and it
That's
was
cute.
a congregation.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting that I saw a picture of the Pope in the St. Peter's Square, and he was the only one there. And after having been there, I know what a feat that was, because it's a big, huge, open area. You can get lots of people in there, and there have been lots of people, but he was the only one right in the middle. It was like, wow.
Yeah, I'll bet you that square holds 100,000 people.
A lot. It
Oh,
holds
my.
a lot.
And there was nobody.
Just him.
He was up there
Wow.
on the balcony and not a soul down below.
Yeah. So that was interesting. I was
Oh, setting the right role model.
yes, exactly right. And we need those role models. As a matter of fact, I was talking to my friend earlier who's from Greece, and she was telling me that she had talked to her sister who was telling her what was happening there in Greece. And the churches have banned, outlawed people coming together and communion, because we were using a communal cup and all this. And she said that they banned it, except there were some rogue priests that wanted to hold church, I guess, like the church up in Stockton or Lodi or wherever it is. Anyway, the police were there at the door fining people. They had €150 fine if they came there. And I thought, okay, hit them where it hurts, in the pocketbook. Maybe they'll learn next time you gotta stay in. So I thought, okay, but that's one
That's
way.
a tough situation.
Yeah.
People at this time feel a need, for spiritual gathering and encouragement and reinforcement or whatever. And so it's a time when you really do want to assemble in church or synagogue or temple or wherever. But unfortunately, the whole thing in New York, the reason it got out of hand so quickly was in fact because of one guy who came into the temple that was packed, and he had the coronavirus, spread it to everybody in the temple, then went to a funeral, which was packed with mourners. Then he went to a bar mitzvah that evening at the same temple, packed wall to wall again. They all left dispersed.
Wow.
And within 5 days, it was out of control in Westchester, New York.
Wow.
That's the problem. That in spite of everybody's wish and need to be in their place of worship, it's like the worst possible breeding ground. So it's a terrible situation.
I have a question. How are you connecting with other people other than us right here?
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I mass text my family. I don't know what you call it, chain text, I guess. Get on there and I'll just think of one question and just put up, this is what I did. And after that, it's
Viral.
it goes viral between all my family members. Your phone, I was surprised my phone didn't get hot. So I try to do that every couple of days just to keep in touch. We're all close except for my grandson. He's in LA. But most everybody gets on it when I do that, at least talks a little bit. Most of them, it works. It really works well. I think it's awesome.
Great.
Yeah, I agree with what they call group text.
Yeah.
Group text, the same thing.
Yeah.
And those that don't want to do that, then I email them.
Wait, explain that again. Did you say group Text?
Group text, yeah.
I'm
You
not
can group a
familiar.
whole bunch of people
You
together,
share-
all my friends together, and we all group together and we text back and forth to each other.
And that's on an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go to messages, hit
Yeah, go to
messages,
messages.
and it'll pop up. You just start typing in the names, and it'll start listing the phone numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
you just
Oh,
send and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a funny story.
Okay. Go for
Yeah,
it.
this is my oldest son is he's a wine specialist. He's now a registered sommelier. He's passed the certification tests, and
Okay.
and he's been working in Denver, Colorado, and he had an old girlfriend, and they have now since broken up. And it's been a blessing for him because he now has a new girlfriend. And then he has got a job in the Napa area, and he's working for a maker of kegs, a keg maker, a wooden keg maker. But of course, then this whole virus thing hit, and he just got a new apartment. He just got his stuff moved in there, and then the virus hit, and his boss said, "Hey, we just don't need you here," because his job is to go and work up business. So he said, well, I can do as much on my phone. So he took his phone and went back to Colorado with his new girlfriend, and they've just been happy together. And it's just amazing. But now he's wondering, can he get back to California? So he got there before all the lockdown was. So it's going to be interesting to see how life expands for them. So you can keep him in your prayers. His name is Nick.
Okay.
He's 40 years old.
Very good. Okay. I'm on the phone a lot. I talk to my sister every day for at least an hour. She's flat on her back in a nursing home in the Chicago area. And I talk to my daughter who's in New Jersey. And that's why we go back there frequently. Is there anybody else that I've been talking with friends that I haven't talked on a regular basis for a while. So I'm on the phone a lot. But one thing I saw recently was that grandparents are able to connect with their kids through Zoom or other devices and do things like read to them. They take a book and read to the kids. And so just this morning when this afternoon, I was talking with my daughter, and she told me, this next week is going to be hard because the kids are out of school. This was supposed to be their vacation time. And they had planned on going to Arizona, but they couldn't because of the coronavirus. So she says, it's going to be kind of hard. And I said, how about if we talk, Ron and I will call, we'll get together with them for maybe about a half hour and do something with them. She said, Mom, that would be great. Because she's sort of wondering what to do with the grandkids, with her kids. So I'm thinking, okay, a book. Any other ideas of what you could do with your grandkids?
Kid songs.
Songs. Okay. That's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah, we have our two grandchildren, many 1 to 2 days a week, minimal. My son's a paramedic, and his wife works for the recreation department in Modesto, and so far she's been going in for meetings once in a while, but she does all her business on the phone. He, of course, is in the front line of care, and their two kids are here 1 to 2, 3, sometimes 4 days a week. And so we
Nice.
get plenty of stimulus there, and that's a joy for us as well.
Mhm. Okay, good, good. Where do you find the music? Is it online, or we don't have, I'm not aware of any books that we have here. I've got some things in New Jersey, but that's in New Jersey.
Huh?
Here.
I'm not sure. I have a book that's called Kid Songs, but
Okay.
you can go online and look up kid songs. I'm sure you can print off 100 of them in a
Okay.
minute.
Great.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Good
good
idea.
idea. Thank you, Harry. That's really good. Okay. Anybody have anything?
I have a question.
Okay, go for it.
I'm curious, certain people, Claire and her brother, I think it's her brother and his daughter. They come.
Ernesto?
Pardon me?
Ernesto?
Yeah, I'm curious about them because I know they haven't been on the Zoom thing, and I know that it just seems to mean so much to them to be there. And like Gia, another one, just you know, kind of one of the little bit newer people, but just wondering what they're doing, and if anybody knows anything about them.
Now, are you talking about Clara, the gal that sits near us?
Yes, yes, and then
Okay.
Her niece.
and her brother sits in the back with his daughter.
Okay. I had called Costco about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I had asked about senior services at that time. And I said, you know, I'd like to bring it up at our online meeting. She goes, and the fellow that I was talking to said, oh, my mother belongs to it. Her name is Clara. Oh, I didn't know what her name was. It was always a lady with the guitar, you know. So anyway, what he said was that she was in Mexico,
Oh,
Oh.
and so that's why we haven't seen her. Yeah, he didn't say how long she was going to stay, but that she had gone to Mexico, and that's what I know. I'm sorry, Harry, go ahead.
Did we lose Connie?
No?
she's there.
No, no,
No, she's there.
no, Connie's been here
She's
the whole
still
time.
here.
She's not on my phone.
Scroll across.
Yeah, Harry,
Go
do
to
you have just a bar of images across the
Oh,
top?
there. I found her.
Okay,
Uh,
because
You're not
what
lost.
we have is
That
called the
didn't disappear.
gallery. The gallery view.
If you have
Everybody all at the same time, because there's actually 6 of us in here, but I haven't heard Ilona talking.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
if you have iPhones, you can always FaceTime. We do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What
FaceTime is
about
great.
Lawan? Have you heard from Lawan at all?
Kathy
No.
heard something about her,
Who?
Lawan.
Oh, Lawan. She's having trouble walking. I heard she was in the kitchen and her leg went numb or something.
Ugh.
So she could barely make it over to the counter to support herself. So she's having problems.
Well,
Millie went out to the mailbox with her dog and her walker. And the neighbor's dog went after her little dog and she was trying to block the other dog from getting to her dog with her walker.
Golly.
She fell on her back, so
Oh,
she's
no.
banged up again.
Oh,
No, no.
Gee.
So that's all I know.
Oh my gosh.
thanks for letting me
Yeah.
know. I'll call Millie, and I've got her phone number. I'll
Yeah,
see how she's doing.
they're both struggling, I think.
You know, I can think of quite a few of Sunshine Strummers that haven't been able to get on here or haven't shown an interest or something, and I sort of feel bad because they've been important parts. Obviously, everybody is an important part of Turlock Sunshine Strummers. Here's just a few that occurred to me right off the top of my head. I didn't write anything down. So I think Alex is always a fun guy to have in the meetings,
It's in the back.
and yet I haven't seen him show up. I haven't seen Marge show up.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe Millie might have tried getting in on Facebook
Yeah.
and hasn't been successful.
I think
Jerry, who usually sits right behind us in the second
right
row.
by March. Spring.
Is it Jerry DeGraff? I think might be
I
his
don't know,
name.
what is his last name?
Jumper? Isn't it Jerry
Yes.
Jumper?
Yes, that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, Jerry? What?
jumper.
Mhm.
Connie, do you have his phone number? You don't have to give it to me now. I can call, I'd be willing to call him.
I'll go look on my other list. I didn't put that in my phone. I just put emails mostly.
Okay, okay.
Also,
I'll give you a call.
Mike, or sometimes called Mikey, who likes to sit in the front row
And does
against
the
the
chairs.
windows by the steps over there.
Oh, yeah, Mike White.
He was actually the first person to join the first
Yeah.
person ever to join, and then he disappeared.
On Zoom.
Connie, did you have a
Yeah.
comment about Mike? No? Okay.
No, just his name. Yeah, Mike White.
Another
Yeah,
one
Mike.
is Dana. I haven't seen Dana join us.
Dana's okay. I actually emailed him for something. I don't know. Anyway, he's okay. He told me that Sally Johnson is not feeling well, but she's got an immune system that's all messed up and stuff, but she's doing better. So,
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
good to hear that. What
She's
about
hanging.
Mario? You know, he did so many of the open mics, but I haven't seen him in
No, he
Quite a
hasn't
while.
been
Yeah.
coming.
There's
Yeah.
brother.
Another
There you
is
go.
Mark Thompson. He doesn't come all that frequently. Mark usually is in the back row, and he's a professor at the university. But I haven't seen him now for a while.
Or Dutch John, but I don't know what his last name is. From Holland, John.
Oh yeah, the Dutch fella. Yeah, John, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
his
I thought
last?
his name was
I don't
John.
know his last name.
Yeah, it's John. Yeah, his name's John. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know his last name.
And I haven't seen him join us either. So yeah, there are quite a few regulars who haven't been able to join us, and
Yeah.
I just kind of feel bad about that. I just wish there was some way I
That
could
we could reach out to them.
provide some assistance to getting them on, but I don't know. Maybe they just simply don't have the technology to make it happen. Maybe they
Right.
don't even.
Yeah, I
It's
think
hard to
so.
believe they don't have a smartphone, but I happen to know actually a fair number of people who don't have smartphones. So, if they don't have a smartphone, they probably don't have an iPad or other tablet. They probably don't have a notebook computer or whatever. Or it could be they have a desktop computer, but they don't have a camera or a microphone, which is pretty typical of a desktop computer. It typically doesn't have those things.
Go
Yeah.
figure.
So, anyway,
Well, this has been the best use for social media, in my opinion, is since this thing started.
Mhm.
mhm.
We'd really be lost without it now.
Yeah, isn't that the
So
truth?
is Joe gonna be using Zoom to do the jam session?
No,
on
he'll be doing, as far as we know at this point, he'll be doing it on YouTube.
Oh,
Right.
it's gonna be-
Yeah,
okay.
I talked to
Imagine
Joe
those-
yesterday. Yeah, I talked to Joe just yesterday. We've been back and forth emails, and he's actually pretty darn close at this point. In fact, he was going to call me again today, but hasn't. So I'm hoping it'll be soon,
Well, he
because
may
I
be on
think
vacation
I think
this
I've got
week.
exactly the right steps he needs to make it happen. But he seems like he's got it reasonably under control. But John, you may be interested in this. One thing I mentioned to him, he had originally, and he probably talked to you about this, thought that maybe the three of you guys could all be somewhere like his place, but keep your 6 feet apart. And then that turned out to be maybe not such a good idea either. But John, remember our first YouTube online where you on the telephone, you sang, and we just held the telephone up to the
Oh,
microphone?
yes, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah.
Well, you guys could actually do that sort of
Ages
thing.
ago.
Especially with John, is it Bishop? Is that the other
Yeah.
John? Is Bishop?
Mhm.
He provides that very important bass like Betty
Like
E
Betty
does
does,
for us
yeah.
in person. And having that beat go helps both the singer as well as everybody else who's listening to keep time. And if at least John Bishop were to call him on the phone and put it on speakerphone, it doesn't have to be overwhelmingly loud, just a little bit of a boom, 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 or whatever, keeping the beat in the back, you can sort of hear and help keep us all on time. So that's just an option I've talked to John about, to Joe about, but I think he's definitely pretty darn close to making it happen.
That'll
So
be good.
he'll be publishing something on the website real soon.
So this next Saturday is the Ook Jams, and
Yeah.
so be sure to check it out, 10:30 on Saturday. And then I think we're doing well here, but it's been like an hour and 15 minutes or
Yeah.
no, 20 minutes. So
Time flies.
hey, thank you very much for coming. This has been great. I've learned a lot, and getting to know you all more intimate. Harry, it's been great because I've seen you in the back. I've heard your harmonizing and seen your bike, but I haven't really had a chance to get to know you. So this has been special. Thank you very much.
Oh, I always think I'm special.
Yes, you are.
We heard that.
We
Yeah,
are
we know.
special. So I think maybe we can wrap it up. And I just want to remind you about social distancing, which we are. Oh, thumbs up. Thanks.
Right. This group you don't need to
Remember to
remind.
wash your hands, and social distancing does not need to be social isolation. Zoom with your family and friends. Stay safe. Keep healthy. Keep on smiling. Keep on yuking, and then join us again on Thursday with our regular group. And we'll remember to click on leave the meeting. So unless you have
there's one thing I did want to mention. I almost forgot.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Meals on Wheels for the seniors.
Mhm.
You know anything about Meals on Wheels for seniors? Okay, you can go, anyone over 60 years old, you can go down to any of the senior citizen centers and pick up a box of Meals on Wheels. And it has 5 frozen meals in there, plus it has 5 pints of milk, and it's got juice, and it's got bread and all that stuff. Now, if you're homebound, if the senior's homebound, they will deliver it to your house. Or those that can drive, you can go down and pick it up. So you just have to be 60 years old and just show your ID, and they'll give you a box of free. And they do this, the Modesto Senior Center here, they do it on Wednesday mornings. They also, over at the Veterans Building on Coffee Road in Modesto, they give it out over there on Friday mornings. You need to call the senior aging number, give them your name and give them your birth date, and then they'll put you on the list, and then you can go down and pick it up and let them know. They do it in Turlock too.
Okay, good to know.
What facility is that?
Each place is at a different time and place. It's usually in the morning that you go pick it up, about between 11 and 12. So
okay. And it's
just call this number here, 558-8698, and just give them your name and your birthday. That's all they need, and they'll put your name. And they'll ask you, where do you want to pick up your Meals on Wheels? And if you're in Turlock, you tell them you want to go to the Turlock one, and they'll have it there. So when you go down there, you just drive up, and then you just roll your window down, and they'll put the box right in your car.
Betty, could you repeat that phone number, please? 558.
That's 558-8698. 558-8698.
And the Turlock Senior Center is closed.
Yeah, but you just drive up in the parking lot, and then there'll be somewhere there to put the box in your car.
Okay.
You don't need to go in. So anybody over 60 can go. Before, they used to have a lot of restrictions where you have to be low income and all this other stuff. But now anyone over 60 can go there and pick up a free box of, and it's a good sized box, enough for five days. You know.
Very good. Okay. Yeah, that's good information.
Check that out.
Good information.
Like
To pass on. Yeah.
We have a neighbor, especially across the street, that I think could really benefit.
She's a widow, and that would be great.
Yeah, if they're homebound, they'll deliver it to your house.
Oh.
Okay.
So
far she's able to get out, but we'll have to ask her about that. Okay. Very good. Very good.
So exciting.
Bye.
Bye.
Good to see everybody.
Good to see you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Ron.
Bye.
Amen.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.